Hey guys! So, thank you for joining me for the last video in my chakra hooping yoga meditation series. We're going to talk about the heart chakra today, which is known as the center of our chakras, our heart center, because there are 3 chakras below it, which we've already talked about, and 3 more chakras above it. So chakra means wheel. And so our chakras are always spinning, or at least should be. And what makes our chakras spin are the upward movement of feminine energy, which is known as Shakti, and the downward moving energy that is masculine, and it is known as Shiva. So you can kind of imagine like gears on a bicycle and 2 forces moving them. It is said that these forces, Shakti and Shiva, they unite in the heart. The heart chakra is represented by the color green and the air element, which is appropriate because it's quite windy today, so if that's what all the gusty noise in the background is. So I'll try to speak loud so you can still hear me over the random gusts. And the heart chakra in Sanskrit is called Anahata, which translates to a sound that is made without any 2 things coming together. Without any 2 things, yeah, just the sound that is made without any 2 things. So you can interpret that as you would like. Yeah, so I want to start this video like I started the other ones, just coming down into a comfortable seated position and just doing a 5-minute breath meditation. So this will help us bring our attention inward and also align us with the breath and the air element. So yeah, so just close your eyes, place your hands on your knees, and just focus your attention on your respiration, the air coming in and out of your nostrils. When you find your attention floating away, because you will at some point, because our minds are like that, just bring it right back without judgment to your breath. Okay, so you can start to deepen your breath and come to standing. So you're gonna, I invite you to join me for a little bit of yoga, which will help us align our movements to our breath. So when we align our movements with our breath, we realize the unity between our minds and our bodies. And when we realize the unity between our mind and our bodies, we also realize the unity between ourselves and all other things, which are connected through the heart. So I mentioned in the last video how important it is to build up the chakras, and especially as we move up the ladder of the chakras, it's so important to stay grounded, because this grounding is really what allows us to expand into the heavens. So yeah, so mountain pose is really great for that. So you want your feet to be about hips width apart, and you can lift your toes, which will activate your feet, and lift your knees up into your legs, tuck your pelvis just a little bit, allow your crown to reach upwards, and allow your shoulders to melt back. Take a nice deep breath, extending your arms all the way up, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's do that a couple more times just to get the breath alignment and open our hearts. Inhale, exhale, inhale all the way up, exhale, hands to Anahata. This time, inhale up and swan dive all the way down into a forward fold. Come over here. Sorry. Inhale, placing your hands either on your shins or right above your knees, and halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to either side of your left foot, step back with the right foot, and come up into a high lunge. So same thing here, you want to stay really grounded through your legs, pulling your feet together to keep your legs really active and keeping the tailbone lengthening down. This allows us to extend our arms and open our hearts. You can come into a slight back bend, really offering yourself up. Exhale, bring your hands down to either side of your foot. Step back into a plank, lower your knees. Exhale, press back into a child's pose. Inhale into table, and then exhale, tuck your toes under and push back into downward facing dog. So now you can exhale your right foot in between your hands. If it doesn't make it, you can just use your hand to get it there. And inhale, high lunge on this side. So once again, staying stable from the waist down and inhaling, really allowing yourself to open. Exhale, bring your hands down to either side of your front foot. Step your left foot forward to greet your right foot. And inhale, reverse your swan dive all the way back up into high mountain. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Let's do that last part a couple more times. Nice, full, deep belly breaths. Okay, so I invite you to do that sun salutation as many times as you feel like you need to really match your movements to your breath, because we're going to try the same thing inside the hoop next. So we really want to establish that unity and that consciousness so we can take it into our hoop practice. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the hoop, shall we? Yeah, one exercise that I really like to do just to kind of keep myself grounded and at the same time be able to extend and open my heart is just knee hooping with some arm movement. So if you already know how to knee hoop, go for it. If you are not super comfortable with it, I'll do a little demonstration. So as you're waist hooping, let the hoop fall around your knees, and once the hoop gets there, if you're hooping to the right, you're going to take you're going to lift up your right heel a little bit, and then you're going to make little circles with your right knee, so that'll keep the hoop moving, right? And if you're moving to the left, then you're going to do little circles with your left knee. Once you get comfortable with this, you can move around a little bit more, move both legs, but yeah, as you're learning, just really focus on having one leg be your pusher leg. Yeah, so once you're good with that, then this is really great because it keeps some of your attention grounded and in your legs, and having some consciousness there really allows you to open and expand. So just play with this, explore the spaciousness around you, and take nice, deep, full breaths and enjoy and explore your natural, organic movements. Whatever that means for you. Okay, so now our exercises. Yeah, so the first thing I want to go over is really accessible for anybody, whether you're advanced or just started hula hooping. So what I'm going to demonstrate is just lifting the hoop above your head, right? So that's it, super simple. You can see that as the hoop is over my head, the hoop is right above my thumb. My thumb is in between my head and the hoop, so this protects the hoop from falling down on you. So yes, it's really good to get comfortable with that before you practice the lift up. So the hoop's moving around your palm, your thumb's closer to you, and you're just moving your hands in little circular motions to keep the hoop moving. So before we practice lifting it up, I think it's a good thing to practice to just have the hoop behind your back. If you're hooping to the right, you're going to be using your left hand. If you're hooping to the left, you're going to be using your right hand, so it's opposite. So try holding the hoop, just gently clasping it right behind your back and lifting it straight up. That'll how the hoop is going to be moving around your body. So we're doing the same thing, just in motion. So you're going to place your hand in the small of your back where the hoop is hitting. Gently wrap your hand around the hoop and lift your arm straight up, right? Just straight up into the sky. And you should follow. It takes some practice if you haven't done it too many times. Also, a good helper is turning. Anytime you're turning inside the hoop, it just allows you a little bit more time. So turning looks like this. And yeah, so just go ahead and experiment, see what works best for you, and play around with it. And once you've gotten it, we can take it to the next level and align our breath with the movement. So just as we inhale our arms above our head in yoga, we're going to inhale the hoop above our head. Right? Okay, so yeah, you can even do that in a full vortex if you're comfortable with that. Exhaling as you bring it down and inhaling it up. It feels really good, nice opening movement. Yeah, it feels like very, very, very heart opening. Yeah, so the next move I think is a little bit more advanced, probably for somebody who spent a little bit more time in their hoop. It's a chest roll, and it looks like this. So you want the hoop to be moving on your right hand, and it should be moving to the left. You extend your arm outwards, and you allow the hoop to roll into your hand, across your arm, and across your body, catching it with your left hand. So it's rolling into your palm and across your body. Sometimes it'll like hit your chest and do a little bit of a bounce or whatever, but that's okay. So yeah, so once you get that, same thing, just as you extend outwards and do a little bit of a back bend and open your heart and slide your shoulders down your back, take a nice big inhale, opening your heart. So exhale as it's moving around your hand, and inhale, open up. Yeah, so those are the exercises for today. And yeah, so air implies spaciousness, and spaciousness implies letting go. So really the magic happens inside these practices when you practice them consciously for enough time with the breath and everything. You'll find in your hoop flow that your movements just spontaneously align with your breath, and you feel your heart opening, and it's a really wonderful, amazing feeling. So yeah, so explore that. Before I go, I want to share a quote with you from Anodea Judith's Wheels of Life. Give me one moment. Anodea says that love is not a matter of getting connected, it is a matter of seeing that we are already connected with an intricate web of relationships that extends throughout life. Thanks.